What's up, guys and gals? I was gonna say gals, and then in my mind I'm like, are there any gals? Are there any gals? Today my picture, my blog post, and this video will all be about the same thing. I think I might have talked about this in that video where I said, why am I making a video a day? But it's okay to say things more than once. I actually have not read this book, but what's interesting is I think a friend of mine maybe posted it on... No, that can't be, because I was off of Facebook when I started making my bed. Anyway, I ran into this book after I started making my bed, and so I haven't read this, but here's the making my bed. And it's funny. I'm basically gonna say what I journaled and what I drew a picture of. But what I journaled, I wanted to talk about meditation, but then I went back in time to talk about when I was super depressed for, I mean, you know, my depressed isn't like other people's depressed. Basically, I was playing Destiny on a full-time basis, and that's it. I wasn't on Facebook. I didn't talk to anybody. I worked a little bit, but mainly I just played Destiny. And I was on Facebook, and I wasn't showering, wasn't brushing my teeth, wasn't eating right, wasn't exercising, wasn't making my bed, room was a mess, everything, right? And, you know, me, I've always been Mr. Goals, so I tried, like, to make better goals, and, I don't think the journals are here, they're at home, but, you know, I had goals like brush my teeth, and, like, I just failed over and over. And what ended up happening was I made the goal of making my bed, and I failed it several times. Just making my bed every day. Failed, like, I'd do it like 3 days, and then I'd forget. Which sounds horrible, right? You like wake up and your bed's right there. But I would forget. And at one point, I got the idea. I'm like, hey, let me ask my brother if he'll let me check in with him about making my bed. I feel like putting me on just for a moment. I always feel bad, like it's just like, oh, I'm just walking around and Maybe I'll let you scan my collection of books while I talk. Anyhow, I asked him if I could check in with him, and you know, and I was just like, bro, every day before 10:30 p.m. I'm gonna message you and let you know I had made my bed, you know, because I'd feel dumb if I didn't. Anyhow, that went well. That experiment went well over time. There were a couple times, you know, maybe at like 10:25, I'm like, oh snap, you know, I went and made the bed. But eventually, just first thing in the morning, I wake up, make the bed every time. And then once that set in, you know, then I'm like, let me do the brush your teeth, you know, set that in. Then let me do the next thing. And, you know, those built up. And then eventually built up to wanting, this is 3 years ago. This is like when Destiny first came out. Then, eventually I wanted to meditate on a regular basis, and I kept trying to do that. That failed a lot. Like, you know, I'd try minimum a minute a day and on and off. Anyhow, like now I'm on like day 167 or something. But the first 100 days, my minimum was just 1 minute. And really recently, I have this thing where I did 36 days at 9 minutes. And then I wanted to do 36 days at 12. I just started the 36 days at 12. Now we're finally getting to what my whole point with all this is what's interesting is because I've just the 3 minute, just that 3 minute difference. I want to meditate before I go to yoga, so I had to get up. Like I set my alarm 5 minutes earlier, so I have the extra time to meditate a little longer. I'm a little bit more conscious about going to bed earlier now. Actually, I take Seroquel. Well, I don't have to take it every day, but I was just taking it every day out of habit. But it makes me feel super sluggish and horrible, and I decided, like, let me experiment just in the mornings. Like, let me experiment with no Seroquel, see if I can, you know, get up a little earlier. Because with no Seroquel, my alarm goes up, and I'm just like, I'm up! With Seroquel, my alarm goes up, and I'm like, no. So I made that 5 minutes earlier, no Seroquel change. so I could meditate. This is day 2 of doing that, and it was just interesting. My plan is to get up to 36 minutes a day, just because like I'm curious to see what changes I'll have to make in life to prioritize 36 minutes of meditation. But just a little 3-minute change. Yeah, like, and now I'm like, okay, I gotta go to bed a little earlier, I gotta be a little bit more on point. You know, I really have to be on point about sleep if I'm not taking the sleep stuff, because, you know, I can stay up forever. And it all goes back to, I found this book afterwards, but yeah, just starting with something small. You know, 3 years ago, right? Like, just starting with something small, like making your bed, like, and then you just build on, and I think that's what this book is about, right? Little things that can change your life and maybe the world. But yeah, like, the cool thing about making the bed, it's just like, it's success right away in the morning. Like, maybe you have that down already. So, but if you don't, boom. And if you do, you know, like throw something else in there. Meditation, you know, some writing, some art. Oh, because I was making this post, I was like, man, I need to clean, organize this. This has been stressing me out. So I put this all back together. And now this room version of making my bed will be make sure when I go to sleep I have it all set up the way I like it. No more letting stuff. Blah. Anyhow, make your bed, change your life, and the world. All right, later.